Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I have an announcement to make for all the pregnant women out there and the pregnant men, because men can be pregnant too. And if you disagree with that assertion, you are toxic and you will be canceled and you will lose your job, your life savings, and you will die destitute. But anyway, if you are pregnant, male or female, regardless of your gender identity, if you consume acetaminophen, Tylenol, your child may potentially develop neurodivergence. I don't know if I can say the word on YouTube. So I caution you to be very careful when you're pregnant and feeling pain to avoid this toxic substance. Now, since we're all capitalists here, we care about nothing else but corporate profits. We're going to look at the company that is embroiled in the recent controversy about acetaminophen and neurological disorders, neurodivergency, however you freaking say it. And that company is Kenvue. So let's check out Kenvue. So this company is basically a conglomerate. They own a bunch of different brands. As a matter of fact, if you want to see all the brands this company owns, okay, they're the company that makes Listerine, Johnson's Baby, Nicorette, Neutrogena, Aveeno, Tylenol, Motrin, Zyrtec, Rhinocort, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so they make a bunch of different products that I definitely recognize here. Even Rogaine for the bald cells, okay? This company has all of these different brands. But the stock is selling off. As a matter of fact, it's down 23% year to date, because apparently there is a potential link between Tylenol and the Tism-Ot that a lot of children seem to be getting. There's an explosion in the Tism, supposedly. Could be for a variety of reasons, but the government is saying, and the God Emperor Geodis has also claimed, that there is a strong correlation between a pregnant man or woman consuming this substance for pain relief and their child developing neurodivergence. Okay, so let's listen to Trump's statement, and then we're going to look at the notice that was issued by the FDA. And then I'm going to give you my thoughts about whether you should buy this stock or not. So here's the God Emperor here. Nothing bad can happen. It can only good happen. But with Tylenol, don't take it.
Nothing bad can happen. It can only good happen. But with Tylenol, don't take it. Don't take it. And if you can't live, if your fever is so bad, you have to take one, because there's no alternative to that. Sadly, first question, what can you take instead? It's actually, there's not an alternative to that. And as you know, other of the medicines are absolutely proven bad. I mean, they've been proven bad with the aspirins and the Advils and others, right? And they've been proven bad.
Okay, so there's the God Emperor right there saying, if you're pregnant, man or woman, don't take the Tylenol. So, of course, since we are resisting Trump and we are all liberals, we're going to take Tylenol when we're pregnant. So stupid. All right, so the company's sold off, right? The God Emperor is saying that it could, he's basically saying don't take it. So the stock is collapsing. It's lost 23% of its value year to date. Let's see what the notice to the physicians from the U.S. FDA. In recent years, evidence has accumulated suggesting that the use of acetaminophen by pregnant women may be associated with an increased risk of neurological conditions such as TISM and ADHD in children. Some studies have described that the risk may be most pronounced when acetaminophen is taken chronically throughout pregnancy to childbirth. These concerns may be magnified by the fact that a very young child's liver may still be developing, and thus a child's ability to metabolize the substance may be limited. To be clear, while an association between acetaminophen and TISM has been described in many studies, a causal relationship has not been established, and there are contrary studies in the scientific literature. The association is an ongoing area of scientific debate, and clinicians should be aware of the issue in their clinical decision-making, especially given that most short-term fevers in pregnant women, what about men, bigots, and young zers do not require medication. In the spirit of patient safety and prudent medicine, clinicians should consider minimizing the use of acetaminophen during pregnancy for routine low-grade fevers. This consideration should also be balanced with the fact that acetaminophen is the safest over-the-counter alternative in pregnancy among all analgesics, sue me, and antipyretics. Aspirin and ibuprofen have been well-documented adverse impacts on the fetus. Signed, Commissioner of Food and Food and Substances, Martin A. Macquarie, medical doctor. Okay, so that was the announcement. Now, the funny thing is, the big quote is, a causal relationship has not been established, and there are contrary studies in the scientific literature. Okay, so they're not saying that they've actually proved it, and there's debate in the scientific community. Kenvue has a ton of different brands. I mean, look at all this. Now, I tried to find disaggregated revenue and profit data, and here's what I could pull up, okay? Tylenol accounts for approximately 10% of Kenvue's global sales, 10% of the sales. According to recent analyst estimates from financial services companies like Morningstar and Citi. Tylenol also contributes between 12 to 15% of Kenvue's operating profit. So think about that. They're saying if you're a pregnant woman, you should not take it. What percentage of these sales, and according to this, it's 10% of all the company's sales is Tylenol. What percentage of those sales is going to pregnant women? Okay. It's not like Tylenol is just going to vanish. People are still going to buy it. It's not going to go away. It's 12 to 15% of their operating profit. If pregnant women, which we have fewer and fewer pregnant women, and look at the birth rate crisis, how much is this actually going to affect their profits? Okay, so a causal relationship has not been found. That's what the FDA said. There's debate in the scientific community. It's only advised to not be taken by pregnant women. I don't think the vast majority of Tylenol sales is going to pregnant women because, number one, half the population's male. Number two, not that many women even get freaking pregnant anymore. Okay. So they say further, revenue does not break out specific Tylenol sales, but an estimate of $1 billion in annual sales for the brand has been cited by financial analysts. Okay. They probably just asked the company. So, I mean, my question is, why is the stock selling off this much? Okay. Well, why do we have this utter collapse in the stock price? Because pregnant women might not possibly take it. Think about this. The only reason that this sell-off could be justified is if there are massive lawsuits incoming. Okay. And that's probably the fear, is if there is a causal relationship, which they said that it hasn't been proven, it has not been established. If they do have a causal relationship, if it is established in the future, potentially that could lead to lawsuits. But if there's no lawsuits in the future or minimal lawsuits, I don't see why this is sold off 20% when Tylenol is 10% of their revenues, and pregnant women's Tylenol purchases are probably a very, very small percentage of Tylenol purchases from the company altogether. Okay. Now, from a valuation standpoint, I mean, let's just look at it we'll look at it quarterly. Let's see how cheap it is. Okay, so it's selling at a PE of 22 and a forward PE of 15.25, which is the lowest it's been since July 2023. Price to sales, lowest it's been. Price to books, lowest it's been. Price to free cash flow, actually a little bit more than previous. And price to operating cash flow, basically almost at all-time low, since it was publicly traded at least. So, me personally, I don't see how this ends in catastrophe unless you really think there's going to be lawsuits. But if there's no causal relationship, how are you going to sue somebody? How are you going to sue the company if a causal relationship has not been established? I don't think you can. Okay. Now, should you take it? I would say not risk it. Okay. I wouldn't risk it. I mean, if I was having a child and my queen was like, gee, I had to walk up the stairs and my legs are tired. I need Tylenol. Like, maybe you shouldn't take it. You're just a toxic man. Yeah. Maybe you shouldn't take it. Okay. And then Tylenol, I mean, I don't know if this is true or not. We actually don't recommend using any of our products while pregnant. Thank you for taking the time to voice your concerns today. So I don't know if this is legit, number one, because you never know with the freaking internet. And number two, I actually tried to find a Tylenol bottle in my house, but I only have the generic one. So I couldn't verify if they actually warned pregnant women not to take Tylenol. And if the warning's on the label, how do you sue them? There's no causal relationship established. And if they did warn you, and if this is true, what can they do? Okay. Now, am I buying this stock? No, I'm not. I mean, it's just kind of like a little recovery trade if you wanted to freaking do it. But I think it's overblown personally. Okay. I mean, look at all these freaking brands. Come on. Why is it selling off because of one freaking brand for one very specific demographic that's rapidly shrinking? Pregnant women. Nobody has freaking kids anymore. Who has kids anymore? I'm child free. I'm a girl. I'm child free. Yeah, I'm a girl. Nobody has freaking kids anymore. Okay. So interesting conversation here. We'll see what happens. Maybe Trump's right because, you know, he wears a hat that says I'm always right. All right, let's do some member-only comments here. The spectrum is OP. I mean, I'd rather my kids not have it. So, pay pigs. Wasa. That's a fat dividend, but then again, Target has fatter earnings. Who cares about the dividend? Look at Walgreens. Go look at their dividend yield. Pregnant man or woman. We do not judge here. We're very progressive, okay? Someone already deleted from trying to prove him wrong. We live in odd times. What do you mean by that? Now, I wonder if my mom took Tylenol when she was expecting me. Captain Happy Pants Dumb Clown accusing me of fake alts. Do you have fake alts, Gil? Buying more Tylenol. I buy the generic type. Need to keep it going. You have been reported to the FBI for the threats you made against me. That said, it has been indicated on Tylenol for over a decade already not to take it if you're a pregnant woman. I mean, if that's the case, I don't see how they get cooked. You aren't even a member. You say you're a strongman fan. Brokey weirdo. I love anal geesics. Me too. It's my favorite. You're going to vet looked at by the CPA. You're going to get looked at by the SEC after I paid you $10 to look at my Jack Jackson stocks this weekend. It's obvious you and your fans moved the stocks. Yes, sir. Strong man moves stocks. Didn't Trump post a video about Jack Jackson? I saw like a brief clip. I wonder if that was, I don't even know what's going on with Jack Jackson stocks, but I saw a brief clip where I think he mentioned it, or it was like in a video that he posted. Yeah, but lawsuits. I mean, that is a concern, obviously. I just joined the live. Did he say he'll be doing daily live streams for $10? You're the first only person I've ever blocked on YouTube. Welcome to be a clown. I'm not a fan of blocking people, but Happy Pants is a deranged cyber stalker weirdo. Okay. So what's going on here? Okay, Alan Carlson is now complaining that I do $10 super chats for stoic analysis. What else are you going to complain about, Alan? Why don't you pay for the membership, brokey? You watch my videos every day. I'm your king. Despite only making up 13% of the profits, Tylenol causes 52% of the stock price action. I got a huge ache. Maybe I need... Are you pregnant, Gil? Be careful. Only reason there is no causal relationship established is because it would be unethical to research it in that way, just like with cigarettes. I mean, I don't know. He isn't begging the dollars, offering to look at stocks for $10. It takes him 10 to 15 minutes. Not like he's asking a huge hourly wage for his service. He probably only got $5 after. You know what? I should ask for more. $50,000 for stoic analysis. Is 19-year-old cash flow king Ryan a stock genius, along with Lufu Namid and Kevin, who have had huge negative returns, or is it more likely that we are in a bubble? I mean, I think personally we're in kind of a clown market, okay? That's just my humble opinion. But we'll see. You know, maybe stocks are just vertical line into infinity. BT's going to touch 140 next week. So many dumb people looking smart in this clown market. Amit has tons of followers, go up 100% year to date, and you think we aren't in a bubble. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm patient. I can wait. I can wait. And it's not like I'm not making money too. If we're not in a bubble, daddy's been printing, baby. All the stock geniuses must be on YouTube. We are definitely not. Of course. You're predicting a crash. I have a 10-week window. Uh-oh. Don't be proven wrong. Buying KVUE because of your recommendation. All in, baby. Your mom, your dad, your grandma, your brother, your sister, your kid's college fund. All in. I see so many clowns all in on Robinhood with multiple six figures are going to get wrecked. I hope so. Yeah, Trump posted a video saying benefits of the H word and the C word oils for seniors, saying it saved billions in healthcare. Yeah. I think that was the reason. It was me. It was definitely me. Oh, we got a new member. Welcome, hello world. Love your channel, Strawman. Welcome, Kang. You're a Kang. If you want your comments answered, you need to become a member. Don't listen to Alan Carlson's little whiny self. I got a free membership. It wasn't worth it. Oh, I watch his videos every day, though. For cause relationship, you have to randomly assign 50% of women in study to take Tylenol. Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm not a science guy. I was never interested in science. Science. I like science. Strongman made me some money already. That's right. Buy VT, reinvest dividends. Yeah, baby. His channel is way better than LaFufu. That is true. My channel is by far superior to Jeremy LaFave's. I am much more intelligent than Jeremy LaFave. Did you inverse trade as Palantir trade to make money? If you inverse trade Strongman, you can make good money. Financial statement is the language of business per Buffett. All right, well, that's that. I guess I got 2 more videos to do tonight. Maybe a 4th. I have to do a sponsored video, but I might save that for tomorrow. Okay. Anyway, thank you for joining the membership. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I'm going to get ready for my next video, and I'll probably do the LaFufu video next. I have to prepare for the dividend investor video. So I haven't had time to prepare the presentation for that, but I am going to absolutely torch dividend investors. You're going to collapse on the ground crying. Okay. Anyway, like, subscribe, consider joining as a member, consider booking a free 30-minute tax consultation with me. I'm a certified public accountant and would gladly do your business and or personal taxes any state in the United States. You can talk to me for free. I give you an upfront quote for tax preparation, and I'll do your taxes like a boss. Talk to you later. Cheers.